Nissan Navara jack-up kit. This little lot here, the pair, jack, wood, some tools, jack-up points. One here, one there, and the buck, one there, and one there. Check around the engine, and they say a lot about this radiator. There's a shroud under here, and panels and bits under here need to be taken off. Take items out of the box, make sure it's all there. 8 and 6, make sure the bolts are there, and dog doesn't eat them. They don't come with instructions, that's because they don't know how to do it themselves. It's a suck it and see sort of job. So, loosen all of them, check all the wiring, slowly jack up, what needs taking off, take off, doesn't work, put it back down again. Steering that's got to be done as well, just loosen it all off. Give it a go. Next video, see how it goes. Be honest with you, so far it's gone better than I thought it was going to go. Let me show you what I've done so far. Taking out the 4 bolts, remember which way they came out. You may have to put this all back on again. Took the shroud and stuff under here, and there's the fan up there. You've got to take that plastic shroud off of there, and then just under the 2 bolts, one either side. Very gently start jacking up. 3 bits of wood, that one there, and that one up there, and they start coming apart, and I think you can clearly see there, about an inch already. I'm checking the brake lines and everything else. Oddly enough, they seem to make them sort of stretchy anyway. Engine bay, all the pipes seem to just move along. So far, so good. There's nothing at the back that's too tight. And I've undone these side, but only just loose. So I've kept them in. Don't take the whole thing off, just in case the cab falls off. No one said it was going to rain, like 1 o'clock today. But oh no, it rains now, doesn't it? Anyway, I've got one side on, would you believe? Look at this. Now, suspensions the last time, that was 34, now it's 40, it's 6 inches higher. But that's not correct, I'm assuming when they've settled down a bit. But to give you an example of the back at the back, look at that. You can see, definitely raised up. I'm getting wet, by the way. And they don't look too bad underneath, to be honest with you. Can you see them there? Not really, no. Oh, let's get underneath while I'm wet. And look at that, there they are there. And there's 3 under there as well. I'm getting wet. Come back in the dry. So, all I had to do under here was the power steering pump, and I undone it a little bit. There's no cables pulled, nothing. I'll do the other side now. I'll show you a bit more while I'm doing that one, because it went successfully. So except for the pissing down of rain, if you can see behind me, turn it round and you can have a nice little look. I'm quite impressed actually. Look at that gap now. You know, moan about the old block lifts. There's suspension lift and there's the block lift. Now, my only advice would be, and it doesn't have to be this make, just use some of this just to clean up underneath. Obviously rub it down first with wire brush and put some rust anywhere you need to, but use this, I think it makes it look a lot better. I rescheduled the front bumper bit, the chrome bar bit on there. It actually looks better than it did before, to be honest with you, because it's touched in before. And there we have, and the back as well. Now the back was really bloody easy. I was really worried about this pipe work here. There's a 2-inch block. There's a 2-inch block there, and there's just one right at the end. The bolt on there is sticky. That one's good, that one's good. Same as the 3 under here. Obviously I told you there's 3. The one at the front here gets all the mud, so use some WD-40 and you can get behind it, spray it first. It's a bitch. You know, it's quarter turns every time. But otherwise, look at that. I've got to clean it. I ain't gonna wash it because it's too busy bloody raining. But now if you look at the back from the other picture, looks good. You have got this little bit of a gap. I don't think it's that bad. I'm going to clean it all yet anyway. But yeah, what do you think? End this statement with a wink. Remember that? Stop singing really. Right, all I've got to do now is show you the end measurements. Now it hasn't really gone anywhere, but there's 39 from 34. So it's 5 inches, but I reckon it will drop an inch when the suspension settles down. 39 there. What's that? 39 there. That's 40, but again, I think it's because it's on a camber here, so it's just slightly lower. I think once I get going again, it'd be good. And there's another 39-ish. There is no need to change anything on the rear. Just gently jack it up. I used this little bit here to jack it up with, which was just here. Okay, see that there? I just jacked a piece of wood, long piece of wood, and lifted up. It was piss easy. And here I used blocks of wood just about here on the actual chassis, not the frame should I say, on the actual body. I jacked that up there. Under here I said that it was power steering. It wasn't the actual power steering. It was a cable that goes to the reservoir. Just here, I just undid it and I tightened up a slight angle. There's flex there. No other pipes, nothing else made any problems whatsoever. And then the steering rack. So the steering rack, which is clearly visible, just that bolt there. See it? Just undo it, right out, give it a wiggle until it pops out, and then we've done it all, ram it back in as hard as you can. Originally it was like that much, and I managed to get that much in there. It is tight, it works. And again, just give it a quick clean, and then spray it over. It just looks a lot nicer. And I've got to do all under here. What is wrong with my tongue today? It's just not working, is it? Honda. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, look at that. They look nice. Now tyres, they look terrible now. These look like little mini tyres all of a sudden. They're 255 by 60 by 18s. I don't like them. And now the half bit is down lower. You can see that there. You can actually get bigger tyres on. But you may have to end up taking some of that away. I'm not going to cut all the bumper away. So 31s, 33s, I'm not sure. All that's left to do is get in there, turn it on. No pumping out of fluids anywhere, no warning lights, take it for a drive. And we'll do that on another video. But that's it. What do you reckon, eh? I was quite worried. Not many videos on it, as I said. And it turns out that actually it wasn't that bad at all. I reckon, just for my own safety bit, I did them a few little bits. I think if you didn't do them, it wouldn't cause a lot of problems. I did check all the brake cables underneath, the actual pipe work. Didn't do nothing. Under here. Yeah, I was supposed to stop it then, but you see I didn't. Under here, it was all a mess anyway from when I put this bar on. So I'm going to spray that up. You've got to take all this off, just for the safety sake of it, to get to the shroud that covers in the fan. Now the fan you have got to, and it's just like a half moon. Get hold of it, give it a wiggle. Mine snapped anyway. This little bit here, just pull it. I use a screwdriver first off and I snap one end. I snap that end. It hasn't got to go anywhere, it hasn't got to go back. I haven't done that for a while. Chuck it away, job done. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Look at that. That's got a nice look to it now. Tell me what you think of my truck anyway. I like it. Shut up, don't care. Right, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Have a go at it. I thought the suspension lift was going to be easier than it was. It isn't. And I thought this was going to be harder than it was. And that wasn't. So, there you go. You never know. Bolts really tough on these. This is what, 16 plate. So that's been on the road for 8 years. Had a hard life. So some of them bolts were really bloody hard. Where the other ones just came out nicely. Bit of WD-40 everywhere. Job done. Catch you later.